Hi, Scorpio. We have your full moon reading. Are you ready? I am talking a little lower. It is the day after the morning of, and I don't know about you, but I had an amazing sleep, even though I was surprised at how quickly it happened. We're gonna get more into your creative energy and your sexual energy and how that for you specifically and especially is linked. It's linked for everyone, but especially for you. And we have Mars sitting out here as well, or Aries. And I have some notes too. Okay. So the first thing is that the more appropriate word to use is that you're dismantling parts of the system you've created that isn't working. You've dove as deep as you can. A bunch of cards fell out. You've dove as deep as you can. I'll put them over here. And you're realizing that with what you are looking to preserve, there needs to be proper boundaries. Where you would get stuck or where you would get maybe caught up is too much in, I need to protect this maybe with others, or I need to do this and first and foremost, it's you. And the Knight of Cups, I knew wasn't just this small opportunity, it's a huge one, because underlying it shows you what you're ready for or what you're not ready for. Like, regardless of who tries to be nice to you after you've realized something about yourself or have fallen, or in other people's eyes, you've only gained more respect for yourself, more confidence for yourself. And it's not just your ego anymore that's playing a role, it's you feel more secure within yourself and your decisions that you're making. We have 3 queens out in the top. Now we can look at this as this is different sides of you emerging. That through the alchemization of the worth and the boundaries, we get the Queen of Wands who knows what she wants, is ready to go get it. This magnetizing and empowering or power that the Queen of Wands has and feels, right? That is what is giving you the strength to, again, take what you've wanted from the traditional, but in recreating your own system. This full moon has perhaps shown you, like all moons do, in a way, there's a mothering emphasis on it all. So if you're feeling the mother wound or you're feeling overtly connected to that part of your life and the feminine, could be why. At times of the full moon, and that's every 2 weeks, the moon moves fast. And what that has come along with during this retrograde and during this time, you've begun to really see wherever you were unable to build or dismantle, you were just afraid of looking at where you have possibly failed, where you didn't grow something, where you needed to stop, where what you once thought was going to bring you so much more, and yet the 2 cups behind you are just waiting for you to notice them. And you do. You do. Look. Crazy. Waiting for you to just decide that it's time. And I think Taurus season is actually deciding it for you. Because once you give up control in the greater sense, knowing that you can't make every divine move on your table, you're going to use the cards you have and you're going to allow the universe to help you out. There is a key term going around that I love, that is rejection is protection. You're just moving quicker towards, and the more you don't let it affect you emotionally, the more you know what you're meant for is out there. It may not feel that way because it's like, okay, well, if I'm just being rejected, well, what are you committing to, right? So we have the 2 cups in one hand and one pair of hands, from the temperance to then the 2 of cups, when you offer another what you've been concocting, or you've been working with, and you're securing yourself for freedom in a way that you realize that's what you're committed to. You know, maybe this is the area of your life that you are committed to. Could be. And then, if you are a Scorpio rising, this is about you committing to finding a way to resource your talents. Or maybe you connect with it in a way that's so divinely inspired and inquired that you don't have time to think about it. You need to keep moving and reflect later, because like it just feels like, wow, when I really do decide something does happen. Yeah, it does. You're then able to realize that whatever emotions you're releasing are genuinely clearing up space, because if we're holding on to emotion, then we're holding on to a certain part of our lives, right? It's not that you haven't cried or haven't gotten mad. It's just that you have to feel about a specific thing, and just like what's going to happen, but you'll avoid it until you're ready, especially if you're more anxious, and most Scorpios are anxious. And that anxiety comes from maybe, not all of it, or any of it, really, this could be it or not, is from that your power is so far greater than you allow it to be in this lifetime, because you don't want a target on your back. But maybe the Aries in the 6th house, if you're a Scorpio rising, 12th house Libra, made of steel, so I've heard. I'm a Libra. Couldn't have timed it fucking better. Didn't know that was coming. That's where you take from what you've learned and realize that and this is what we were talking about before, you're not only seeing the bar, you're going beyond the bar, because the bar is whatever someone else put there, and then you also decide to go along with, and you're at the same time all of this realizing not only that you've done that, but you're not fucking doing that anymore. You're like, no, like, I don't even care about the recognition I get. I'll take it, but I don't really care that much, because I'm done. Your day-to-day work is set up to go through change at this time. And your health is very important as well. 6th house things. 12th house as well is hidden life and death. So this could be the death of something. This is my kitty. Hi, Bebo kid. I know you want to be up here. You always want to be up here when mama's up here. But I'm right in the middle, baby. Gotta get you down, okay? I'll get you down. He's so big, I have to be very careful. I would be careful anyway. But he's Full moons actually make my cats kind of wild, which is really funny because I would have those cats. You want me to hold you? I can hold you. I'll hold you for a minute. All right. So you're clearing up this area, and it really does fit perfectly in what I was saying before. Sorry, I really had to let my cat down. Okay. So it's like, and if you can talk to any Libra Aries, when they finally deal with what's actually been holding them back for so long, and they really deal with the emotion that is most likely the reason why they can't get something done. They're not only clearing up that, but they're clearing up so much in their life. And it's spring, so it's a great time to do it. It's Taurus season, and it's much supported, right? It's you seeing your own light. This is what this is, like, in a very real way. It's like you really seeing your own light in what you do, and you're now learning to protect the fuck out of it. Okay, Biddy, we'll let you stay. Biddy, come here, baby. Okay, come here. It's okay. I need you to come over. I need you to know that I am doing something. And one day I'm going to be getting a bigger desk. Yay, soon. I said recently, soon. So he'll have a lot more space if he wants to sit with us. He's been really wanting to sit in these readings a lot lately. So I should just let him, maybe you like cats. Okay. So this axis is really showing you the power that you have and how much you've dimmed, just so you don't have to realize that you need to move on from this day-to-day that you've been in. And the first thing you can do, like I said, is clear up this. And while you're doing it, whether it's intentional or not, maybe you make it intentional to visualize what you'd like to come in, or what feeling at least. What do you want to experience right now at this time? It's going to all feel vulnerable. You're placing all your chips down at this point, at this version of your life. Of course, you got a few stacks still, but you're placing most of all of your chips. And that's what you need to do. Because if you don't bet on yourself, but you watch everyone else do it to you, then you know that you're the one, but you're not letting yourself be that person. And I think that can be hard to see, especially if you don't have many people in your life that are willing to admit it, and they're only willing to admit it when it's too late. Do you want to be one of those people who is recognized when it's too late? Do you want to still swallow your pride? You can. You don't even have to swallow pride. It could just be, hey, I'm just not interested anymore. Like, this was whatever it was for me. And then all of a sudden things change. Things shift. You're seeing what you need to see within, whether it was a father figure or someone with a fair ego. And if there is maybe a Libra in your life who is going through this with you at this time, could be that, making way for this, or for just everything to balance out. It's like the Ace of Swords and the Tower are big moments, but why not have them back to back? Why not feel the power that exists within you? Of course, the universe is going to show you that. And here you have a home. Here you realize that home and family and love and compassion and change and vulnerability and transformation all go together. How? Well, you need a safe home to transform in, if that's all I've ever learned in this life. Safe home meaning yourself, a place to be and express yourself, or relationships where you're able to be and express yourself. Where you finish cycles and you actually finish because there is a new start line. That maybe in a few months you'll even be moving. Maybe sometime in Leo or Libra season. That you finally have the opportunity. Something's presented itself and you must take it. You realize this is your chance. You feel it because you're slightly scared, but you're also like, I can do this. This is the next best thing for me, even if it's for a brief period of time. Mercury will also be going direct in a couple of days. Sorry, tomorrow. Beatty, you moving, sweet Beatty? I know I'm moving these a lot, but I'm also know I'm giving a lot of reading too. All right. He's sniffing you guys. So what this now promotes for you, and for Scorpio rising, you have your career, your public role, all of that's going to be changing from work to career. And 2.2 might go quicker than you might suspect. Biddy, now you're just, I'm sorry, Kate. You gotta stop, sweets. You gotta stop. Okay, you gotta stop. Oh, shit. The mugwort was burning so much. I'm so sorry about all the interruptions, but I feel like we got plenty of time, and I definitely don't want to redo this. Okay, so it doesn't matter really how they look, just for my own. Okay, so by the time this eclipse time in Libra and Aries at the end of September into October wrap up, and then the Virgo ones are up next, you are preparing at this time for that safe space to occur within you so that you can really move forward. You've never felt safer, especially if you are with a Libra or a Leo, Virgo even. If you have these kinds of people in your life, they've helped nurture, and you've allowed them to help nurture this side of you, the strength and compassion that you've built and are able to show carefully and skillfully. All right, Kitty. I'm not moving him again. And how Taurus season is helping you see and heal. Here, oh, look at that. Your axis now. All of what's coming up in the mind. And if I'm reminded by anything, these two cards are going to tell you to get into your body. So if you don't have a routine already, or you're not diligently doing maybe some yoga, I would definitely put a healing body modality in your routine at least once a week, where you are being more gentle to yourself, more patient with yourself. If you need to work up to get there, hopefully you can start now. We're just gonna let them sit, all the queens at the top. These queens also represent people in your life who are going to come into your life that match your energy, where you're able to see and create with them in a way that feels productive and easy, maybe, and actually helpful, right? And this is also going to change up perhaps how you make money. We already talked about that already, but this is like that solidifying that it's okay. that you can rely on your talents, your resources, your abilities. You can do that. Because when you're walking away from this sense of security, which is 8 cups, which is plenty, you didn't realize how tied to holding yourself back it is. It actually may be even the key. That the reason for when the 8 becomes the 9 is like, at least they're not trapped, but they're still choosing to stay in bed. It can be very much borderline depression. But there is evidence out there that supports that moving your body, especially in therapeutic ways, that you can have patience for your body to unravel the pain emotionally and physically and deeply. Maybe your first Scorpio in the first house, Taurus in the 7th, your identity and your partnership. If your identity is changing, of course your partnership's going to change. You're committed. Your commitment is going to change, right? Not giving too much energy in too many ways, even if that is inside of your head. This is what is transforming within you. You thought it was just one thing. No, it's a group of things. But the less judgment you give yourself, the more work you realize that you've been doing. That the fruit are already there. You're just building because you don't want to enjoy the fruit, or don't want to eat the fruit or use the fruit, or whatever it is. You don't want to turn around. You may have been doing the same thing for a while, for some of you, many, many years even. Again, this could be just a pattern in the mind or a loop, right? But this is all, we have the world down there, and it is like you're going to be entering a different world, a world within yourself and with outside of yourself. You're on an adventure this year. And these are Gemini cards, so next season will give you more of a solid example of all of this. It will come into form, but thought first. So that's why I want you to visualize or do something visual where you can see it to remind yourself. Make some art, do something. You want to give loves, Biddy? You want to give loves? Yeah. Yeah. Because your time has come calling. Your way has come calling. It is safe for you because you see a lot of the structure falling around you. Perhaps in a way that isn't working traditionally. So you are now like, oh, I'm up. It's my turn. I got this. I know how to do this. And it ties along with also very much, this is a spiritual, ego death. Having Libra in the 12th house, Aries in the 6th, because it's your work, your 6th house is your work life. But to me, it's more of like a day-to-day. Like how you live your day-to-day in a spiritual way is changing as well. Because you will realize that is the key to trusting your path, trusting your power, trusting, seeing all that you've done and accepting the mistakes that you've made, even the mess of it all, and still moving through it and still owning it. Because you had the power within you, and only you can decide when to shift, Scorpio. But life will also meet you at some points and carry you, and it will feel easier, and at other times it will feel like you are walking up a never-ending hill. Sometimes you just gotta turn around not work so hard, not judge yourself too much. You've worked hard. Wherever you've been has helped build your character, and you could be grateful for that. And you can also hear the call. When you finally rest your body, you can feel what comes through, especially the love that comes through. Heart opening, change. Does it sound exhilarating or what?